Hello, today we will be jumping straight into drawing as today is going to be a chill lore video. Feel free to draw or crochet or cross stitch or play games or whatever hobby you like to engage in as you listen along. While I draw, I'll be talking about Amaya's backstory and also some world lore that's relevant to her background. Most of, but not all, of my OCs live in the same universe. In this particular one, magic is slowly dying. Magic was believed to originate from the floating continents, and the closer you are to the continents, the more magic is present. The capital of the kingdom they live in is located directly underneath or closest to the continents, so it has the greatest concentration of magical people. The further away you get, the less magic. There's like a magical radius stemming from the capital. It is slowly shrinking as magic dies out over the years. If you go far away enough, you'll find towns with no magical people at all. Go even further and you'll find towns that have been magicless for enough generations that they don't believe it exists, or if they do, they fear it, because it's unknown to them. Amaya was raised in a town that had been magicless for a couple of generations, so they know it exists still, but they think it's kind of weird. Now, Amaya was born as a nature witch, however, she was found alone on the town farm, possibly abandoned. Yep, that's right, another orphan. Probably my most staple characteristic in an OC, being an orphan. Sorry. She was taken in by a woman that worked on that farm. Growing up, Amaya, due to her nature witch capabilities, always had a strong connection to the earth and could communicate with plants. They'd grow better and faster and stronger whenever she talked with them. So Amaya has always known she was different, possibly maybe a witch, but she has a great fear of being ostracized by her community, so she has denied her true nature her whole life. Over the years, that denial becomes part of her self-image. Sort of like she has gaslit herself into believing she's human. Amaya is a curious person, so despite insisting she is human, she has actually developed an interest in learning about magic. Perhaps that is her inner true self wanting to break out. She also spends a lot of time gazing out at the sky continents. She often dreams of visiting them one day. Those islands kind of represent true freedom to her. Other people in the town she's raised in do think she's a bit odd due to her interests, but they don't believe she's magical, so they don't ostracize her or anything. But they do tell her she's wasting her time thinking about magic so much. So even though she's able to get along with everyone, she does have that pervasive feeling that she doesn't entirely belong. One day, a witch by the name of Piper passes through town. There's a storm coming, so she stays at the inn for a few days. While she's there, everyone in town kind of refuses to associate with her, except for Amaya. Amaya sees this as an opportunity to ask all her burning questions about magic. They have a pretty good conversation, and Maya laments about how she's always wanted to open a flower shop, but her small town just isn't really suited for that kind of thing, and how she feels like she's been an outsider sometimes. Piper could tell Amaya's a witch, and is worried Amaya was raised to believe she's human, so she encourages Amaya to move to the capital. It's a good place to do business, and I can answer more of your magic questions. It'll be a good opportunity for you. Amaya impulsively agrees and leaves for the capital with Piper. Piper helps her set up shop in the business district. It's a bit slow at first, but she starts to drum up good business. She sells floral arrangements and herbs for medicine and potion crafting. Customers return for her friendly personality and superior products. Her shop actually ends up successful enough she unintentionally puts a couple of other shops out of business. So not everyone's a fan of her, but she is in general well-liked by most people in town. Despite now being surrounded by magical people, Amaya never really opens up about being a witch. Remember how I said that the denial became part of her self-image? Well, now it's instrumental to keeping her sanity. Admitting she's a witch now would involve needing to unpack and address a lot of fear and anxiety she's had growing up, which is not something she wants to tackle. She's still very afraid. So when customers comment on her magic or her witchy nature, she denies it. Denies. Nope, I'm just a human with a green thumb. Piper becomes concerned. Oh no, this girl really does think she's human. As Amaya's friend, Piper makes it her mission to make Amaya see the truth, because truly she'd be happier if she admitted and acknowledged she was a witch and immersed herself in the magic around her. It's not long before Amaya makes another friend who's also worried about her denial. Marcus enters her shop for the first time while running some errands for Leon. The shop becomes quiet and other customers start whispering about the demon. This is a normal experience for Marcus, but for Maya, this is a first. Are demons a thing? I've never heard of them. He does look unlike anyone else. Amaya has often feared the loneliness of being the odd one out, so she decides she would never force such pain onto anyone else. She welcomes Marcus with a cheerful smile like she would any other customer. He buys the herbs he came there for, but on a whim decides to buy some flowers for his garden. This prompts Amaya to inquire about his garden and ask what else he's growing. This flusters Marcus a bit because he's not used to anyone wanting to have a genuine conversation with him. He's appreciative of the chance to chat and makes a mental note that she's someone safe to talk to. So from there on out, Marcus becomes a regular and they discover they're experts in each other's main interest. Amaya is the plant expert, Marcus likes to garden. She's curious about all things magic, and he's knowledgeable in magical history. They become fast friends. On one trip to our shop, Marcus does overhear a conversation between Amaya and a customer in which she's denying being a witch. The customer, for some reason, is really pushy and does not back off after she denies it. Now, Marcus could tell she's a witch and does find the denial odd, but he's more worried about the distress that the conversation is clearly giving her, so he steps in and scares the customer off. Marcus then decides to inquire about where Amaya is from. After hearing it was a non-magical town, Marcus comes to the conclusion that the denial might be trauma-based. She denies for survival, but is still stuck in survival mode, even after moving somewhere safe. He decides it's probably not best to press the issue. He awkwardly lets her know, hey, I'm here for you if you ever need to talk about anything. Over time, the two become very close. They consider each other to be their best friend, although Amaya does have a bit of a crush on him. She feels comfortable talking with him about serious and personal subjects. However, at this particular point in time, Amaya has not yet opened up to the fact that she's a witch. Maybe one day she'll be ready to open up, and then she can fully immerse herself in the magical world she so deeply desires to be a part of. And that is Amaya's backstory and why she is the way she is. Personally, I'm still unsure how exactly I want to go about telling their story, maybe comics, or maybe animations. I keep going back and forth. I'm not 100% certain of what I want to do yet, or how I want to tell it. I am looking forward to sharing more of my OCs and their journeys with you. Thanks for sticking around for the whole video. Your interest in my original characters means a lot to me. Hit the subscribe button if you are interested in seeing more content like this. Also, if you're interested in my art, I post regularly to Instagram, Tumblr, and Threads. Links are in the description. See y'all next time. Bye!